Hi everyone. So today I'm going to do a really beautiful, very pretty summery makeup look with lots of pinks. This is very much inspired by a look that I saw when I was scrolling on Instagram, as you do, and I saw that I'd been tagged in this video. And the makeup was so beautiful. And this woman had used one of my lipsticks and one lipstick only to create the whole look, lips, cheeks and eyes. And I thought it was just so fantastic that I managed to get in contact with her. She doesn't live that far from here, and she's come in today to get her makeup done. So it's very much inspired by that look. She's absolutely gorgeous. Her name is Alison. So welcome, Alison. So Alison, so happy to meet you.
And you?
In real life, RIL.
So good.
Yeah. Right, I've put a little bit of moisturiser on. So I'm just going to put a tiny bit more on. This is the Embryolisse Sensitive. You said you're a little bit dry and sensitive, so I'm just going to put a touch more underneath your eyes. You said you're feeling a bit dry today.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use the Enhancing Skin Tint in shade 7, I think, but let's just check. I think you look like a 7. Just going to do a couple of drops of this. Actually, just going to use fingers. This is really lightweight. It's 78% skincare, but it does give you a nice bit of coverage. And it's one of those that you can kind of go back in with. If you have any redness or any little marks that you want to cover, then just put an extra drop.
Sounds good.
Do 1/2 and you can have a look.
Yeah.
That's just a thin layer so you can see. It's also great under the eyes. I'm going to show you. I love using it under my eyes because it doesn't crease.
So do you not need a concealer with this instead?
I personally just use this, but you can use, if you're going somewhere and you want to have extra coverage, obviously, you can use a little bit of concealer as well. But I find this, I just like it because it doesn't crease. That's the main reason I love it.
Perfect, especially on an older skin like mine.
It doesn't give you any kind of like, it doesn't
no
gather.
cakey.
Doesn't gather and it doesn't get cakey. Have a little look at that. That's just on one side of your face, the tint.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, so it just kind of evens out the skin tone.
It's nice.
And it doesn't feel like makeup.
No, it feels nice and light.
Yeah, it feels really, really light. So I'll just do the other side. So how did you get into making your videos, your makeup videos?
Well, I do hair. I'm a hairdresser. So in lockdown, was bored stiff and joined an academy to do sort of upskill. I wasn't on Instagram, so I joined Instagram. And
how was that when you first joined it?
Oh my God, so scary.
Yeah.
So scary. I did it. I wasn't comfortable doing it, but I thought, right, I've got to. So
good for you. Just pushed it.
Yeah. Yeah. Went right out of my comfort zone. But it was
good to do that sometimes.
Yeah, really good.
Scary, but then afterwards, it's like
you feel like you've achieved something.
A whole new
world,
a new thing.
I mean, that little video I did with the lipstick.
Yeah,
I just love that colour. It's so nice.
It looks so good on you.
But the lipsticks are so gorgeous anyway.
Oh,
but that's a really nice colour.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful colour.
Yeah.
I think I got the right name. Do you think this is the right name for it?
Yeah.
I can imagine how long I take to do the names. And I've got the lists and I'm like, is this the right name? And then is it, and I'm always like, they're so personal. I was like, this just looks like Sunday matinee.
Yeah,
there's something about it.
Loved it.
There's kind of a bit of a sort of nouvelle vague kind of French movie with a kind of Sunday with So next I'm just going to go with a tiny bit of foundation. I'm just going to use a little bit here and there, not all over. More in a sort of patchworky style. Just anywhere where we need a little tiny bit of extra coverage. Right, I'm just going to do a little bit of pinpoint concealing. Not that you need very much, you really don't. Do a little tiny bit. Corner of your eyes. So have you always been into hair and beauty since you were really young?
Went to college straight from school. So I've been doing it for over 40 years.
Wow.
45 years. Yeah,
and you
long
still
time.
Love it.
I really love it.
That's so nice.
It's always different, isn't it?
True. Every day is a different.
And you meet different people.
Yeah.
A lot of my clients become, they end up being friends rather than just clients.
Yeah.
So it's nice.
And it's like, I guess, with makeup artists where people kind of open up to you because you're so there.
Yeah.
It's such a personal thing to
Yeah.
touch people's faces, to
Yeah.
touch their hair, that in a way you become like, not a counsellor exactly, but
You do kind of, though,
you
don't
do
you?
get,
You hear lots, they really do share a lot with you.
Do you know what? One of my clients said to introduce me recently. I was at an event and she introduced me and she said, "This is Lisa. She's been doing my makeup for the last, I think she said, however many years it had been. And she keeps all my secrets." And that was how she introduced me. I thought that was brilliant.
That's lovely.
Yeah. So in the spirit of Sunday Matinee, which I know is your favourite colour, and I also probably want you to do your cheeks yourself and maybe even some of your lips, because I thought
Okay.
you did it really well.
Oh,
But I'm going to do an eye look kind of inspired by that colour. So we're going to go more with the pinky shades and definitely feeling this sort of summeriness. So I'm going to start with a little bit of Bianca in the liquid Lorexes.
I've got the little, I can't remember the colours. I've got the sort of greeny gold.
Oh, Daphne.
That's it. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it.
That's such
And another kind of beigey gold.
And then I'm going to use my Muse palette. I'm probably going to use a couple of shades, maybe these two.
Well, they look
three.
nice.
Yeah. So it's more of the sort of pinky brown shades.
Yeah.
Let's start with this one. So do you mainly cut hair or do you colour
Do
as well?
everything.
You do everything, yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favourite thing to do?
I do like balayage. That's something else I sort of did in lockdown as well. Was sort of all this online stuff where you could just upskilling, really.
So I'm just going in with a deeper shade now.
Is this was this the brownie one?
Yeah, it's a sort of almost a reddish brown, a little bit of a kind of Bordeaux-y,
gorgeous,
pinky colour. Yeah, so it's this one here, a deeper shade. So I'm just blending this really kind of just at that very outer edge there. And then I'm going to use a touch of pencil right at the roots of the lashes. This is Cinder Smoke, so it's a little bit softer than black. So it's more of a grey, a dark grey. So it'll give you the definition without the starkness of black. So I'm almost just massaging under, through the roots of the lashes. And then I'm going to use a brush just to blend. I'll use the same one that I used before, just to blend that colour in. And take a little Q-tip there. See? Yeah, it looks nice. So I'm just blending the line in with brush number 15. It's open for me. Just see. So this is what's left on the brush of the grey shade. I'm just going to trace through the lower lashes there. Just really lightly. Kind of just gives you a fuller lash root without having a line underneath your eyes. So next I'm going to use my Kitten Lash Mascara, which I think is going to look really good on you. Put down. Going to get lots of bulk at the roots and then just zigzag out and really fan your lashes out.
Wonderful.
We love a fanned out lash.
I love lashes.
I'm just going to go back in with Bianca, just put a little bit more at the inner corner. And then I'm going to do your brows now. So I'm just going to do a little bit of shaping, not too much, and then use a tinted brow gel. Got great brow shape anyway. Really nice.
My 80s brows.
Oh yeah, you
I overplucked.
No, you didn't.
I remember when I first started plucking them, and it was the thing to have the
Really
skinniest.
Yeah, they're sort of back in fashion again, but everyone regretted it, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because brows, it's if once they get too thin for your face.
Yeah, they do.
I mean,
they look
thin
so
brows
hard.
suit some people, but in general, I feel like you
It's
should
not
go
a
with
good
what
look.
you've naturally got and just, tame them a bit, but not completely change the shape of them. So because this brow is a little bit darker naturally, you said you had a little bit of tint or something in there. I'm going to use a touch of a tinted brow gel This is the Air Brow by Kosas. I'm going to take most of the pigment off, so there's not much there, and then just brush through this brow, hopefully just to darken this side slightly to match. Okay, so let's go on to blush, and you used your Sunday Matinee as blush.
I did.
Which I'm going to do now. I'm probably going to put it on the back of my hand. Such a good colour. Yeah, really nice pink. And then I'm actually going to put a little bit of this on as well, which is Pink Moon. And this is the Elevated Glow highlighter. I think this is going to be really a nice combination on your skin. I'm going to use a little bit of the highlighter first. This highlighter doesn't have any of the glittery bits in, so it's. Do you know what? When I was developing this highlighter, I thought half the time highlighter goes into places that you don't really want to emphasize. And my main I had a favorite liquid highlighter, but my main gripe with it was that I'd put it onto my cheekbones and I'd love the way it looked. And about an hour later, a lot of the pearls were in the little
where you didn't want them
lines, the smile lines. So the main thing about this highlighter is that it has something called filmic selling, which is, it's almost like a mesh that sets. It takes about 3 minutes. But what that means is that it slightly smooths the skin out, slightly tightens ever so slightly. But once it's set after 3 minutes, the pearls don't move around. So it means that at the end of the day, or an hour later even, you haven't just got highlighter in your fine lines. So it's really nice and soft as well. It doesn't give you that metallic look. But what I was going to say to you is I like to mix a little bit of that in as well with the highlight, with the blush.
When I've done it as well, I've mixed it with the other colour one of those.
Oh yes, yeah. Which
the more goldy.
Oh yeah. Maybe Cosmic Rose,
It
or
could be.
the goldy one would be Solar Light, or I know, the champagne one. Crystal,
which one it is, but it's
Crystal
lovely.
Nebula.
It's really lovely mixed.
Yeah, Crystal Nebula is gorgeous colour. I was going to use that on you actually, then I just changed to Pink Moon at the last minute. Yeah, that's a really nice. Yeah, I remember now you did mix it.
Yeah,
it does look really good. And you do it with fingers, right?
yeah, and then
then you brush it. Yeah, I like the way you use the clean brush to blend in.
Yeah, then you don't get those horrible hard edges, do you?
So, just going to use a little bit of bronzer. This is quite a cool toned light shade of bronzer. So no orange here. You've got such good cheekbones. Wow.
Thank you.
Killer cheekbones. So just do a little contour with that. But keeping it really light and fresh. A little bit on the brow bone. Just kind of brings everything together. So on to lips.
Which I don't like.
Why not?
Because they're so thin. And as I've got older, they've got thinner. And so, yeah, I do like to build them up a little bit.
Good. Well, I'm here for that.
Good.
I love to overdraw lips. Especially, it just needs to look natural. And I saw that you use the Petal Enhance and Define Lip Pencil.
I love it. It's such a nice pencil.
And it doesn't move.
No, it's perfect. It really is good.
It really is good. Right, let me just start to overdraw in the way that you are accustomed. Just pop your lips together and smile for me there, like a little, that's it. A little cheeky smile. Yeah, these pencils are, I say they're bulletproof. They're literally, people send me messages saying, I had a greasy meal and your lip liner was still intact. There. So I'm just doing some little strokes and I'm going to build up to the full volume just while I get, because I've not done your lips before, so I need to just figure out where's going to look good. And then straight in with Sunday Matinee. It's such a nice texture as well. It kind of slightly blurs lips, doesn't it? Yeah, the insanely saturated. They're a good sort of summer lip, I think.
definitely my go-to. Love it.
Just blending the eyes to finish off. Security blend. And that, I think, is a finished look. So have a little look. Nice and summery.
I love it.
Nice and
so
fresh.
nice.
Yeah, your skin looks gorgeous.
And that colour's lovely on my eyes. Yeah, I love it. All of it.
Yeah.
It's really pretty.
A touch of mist. Just close your eyes for me. Just to keep your skin really nicely hydrated. Keep that glow going and help the makeup to last.
Wonderful.